Mortals. My name is Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery, and it's Friday, man. It is Valentine's Day, B-Day for some of y'all, special day for some, another day for some others, right? If you're celebrating Hallmark holidays, this is definitely one of them. If you do have a significant other, you better do something for them, because if not, you will be put on blast on social media, man, and you do not want to have that these days. But anyways, what are we doing today? Well, we got this one out here, and we're talking and showing some more trees over here. I got stopped yesterday as I was doing my live and said I'd be back today. And you know what? I'm a man of my word. So here we are. Miss Kiwi's ready to rock and roll. She is digging away, and almost had her on a snake just now, but she was inside. I found a black racer over by Nutmeg, and that darn thing coiled up on me. I tried to go ahead and pin it down to grab it, and it coiled up like a rattlesnake. And of course, as soon as I went ahead and put a stick on it, it took off on me. But this one here is Floragon, and she is ready to go this year. Look at this long panty right there. Very long. No, the colors aren't great on it, but it's an easy mango to grow, I'll say. So far, so good. I say easy, but this one got black sooty mold on here last year. I don't know if it's I doubt it's the mango's fault. It was more of the conditions. But it did get black sooty mold. It had a ton of ants. Ton of ants on there last year. And, well, little chop and drop Mexican sunflower in there. But what I did was, well, last year, you guys saw the video. Hopefully you did. If not, go back and check it out. Basically scrubbing down the tree with just some soap and water. And this year, I got a little scale on the bottom of the leaves. Even though the ants worked here, I did have to go back and, well, that one fell off. But yeah, there's some scale markings on there, which, no, it's not super detrimental, but it is nice to be able to get it off of there. So, but anyways, at least I got more up here. Should be coming out here shortly, if possibly. But all we need is a few off of this one. No fiber on this, pretty light, like a light Indo-Chinese flavor. Not too bad. I wouldn't say top 10, but, you know, if you got more than a dozen, then this may be that 13th, you know. Still nice because it's easy to grow. Hey. It is a full moon. Well, ish, right? So grafting is definitely amongst us. Here's a Marcus pumpkin that I did on the 7th. And yeah, I like the foil. That way, one, you can write on there. And if you don't want to write on the foil, another good tactic is, let me see if I got it. Yeah, you can write on the leaves. Oh, right on the leaves. It was poncho on there. But if you do have an area where, you know, you can either do that or right on the trunk, right? What's up? I'm doing great. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're doing fine. But this is Marcus pumpkin. It is that large avocado in there. Great seed to flesh ratio. I haven't had it yet, but I figured guacamole needs some grass. She is rejecting everything I'm throwing at her. What's up, homesteader Rachel? But we're out here on a beautiful Friday. Show you guys a couple of things. Hopefully we don't get interrupted, but listen, man, I got a business to run over here, folks. You guys, hopefully you understand that, right? We are open till 5, and it is a day where people are running around grabbing some gifts for their loved ones, and I highly recommend it. Come on by and see us. We are open today till 5, tomorrow 10 to 5, and Sunday 12 to 5. So come by and see us. We'll work something out. If it's for your significant other, let me know, and I got you, man, or woman, whatever. But citrus is slowly but surely hanging in there. This little bacon starting to kick off some new blooms on there. Good afternoon. Actually, over here, it's just past noon. Skies are looking a little overcast. They're saying 10% chance of rain, so we'll find out. Carrie's coming to a close, folks. Yep. Which, honestly, it's a close, I say. Well, she's still got a little bit of baby fruits on here. Close, but 3 crops a year. So once she's done, she puts on more. She's like, oh, cool story. You want more? We got you. Really, really sweet. And here's how I like to go ahead and pick them. Wow, that's a perfect one right there. You see that one right there? That's money right there. That's what you want. Nice and vibrant orange, super sweet, easy to grow, folks. I sell them for $55 for 3 gallons, and honestly, once you taste them, you'd spend a bill on this tree. Considering, oh, it flipped on me. What's up, mama? Hang on, I got a jumper over here. Hey, considering, all right. She's all hyper now. Hey. As soon as you get down to the ground, of course, it's WrestleMania time. This one here, that's the one right there that you want. I don't want to touch it because I know the next person that touches it, it'll fall right in their hand. So, yeah, we try to go ahead and share the wealth. I could sit here and eat them all myself. But there's so many people that have never had a fresh fruit straight off the tree. Nonetheless, a carambola, just because you guys are used to buying them at the store. But highly recommend it. Anyways, I go on and on about Carrie. What else is cooking up over here? Well, Wertz avocado. I did drop another one over here. Bryce's World's Best. Just because, all right, mama. Just because Santol is not going to go ahead and give us any fruit. I need this spot. I need every spot to give us some sort of fruit. So why not drop around some more mulberries here and there, get some people excited, and can always move it if anything happens, but mulberries are always necessary. Little breeze out here. Hopefully it doesn't knock over my stuff. Bailey's Marvel with straight growth. Hoping for some sort of flowers on here, but this is a huge mango. This thing is like a bowling ball. Oh, we got some mixed right there coming in. This thing's like a bowling ball. One of the largest that I've seen. I can't say, I don't think I've had, actually, no, I'm lying. Yes, I have tasted this one. It is a large classic mango flavored. It wasn't like stand out. What stands out is the look. When you see that thing hovering, just holding there, it is phenomenal. It's a really cool sight to be seen, just because of the size, and you're just watching it just like sit there, and you think that it's going to rip off from that little tiny stem, but it holds. And then Marcus Pumpkin here, the actual tree. Debating if I should hang on to it, plant it, do whatever. And of course, this one loves to dig up all the stuff. We got stinkhorns everywhere, folks. Yep, it is that season. Russell's kicking off some blooms, which hopefully will set some fruit this year. This is one cultivar I haven't had yet, and considering it's looking beautiful, maybe we can get one or two. They are long avocados. Who knows if they'll hit the ground? But don't know. We shall see. Super Alfonso's kicking off a little bit of growth over here. Nothing crazy. And this one's more than likely just for propagation and more for S and giggles. Not my fave. No, sorry. So sorry, folks. Super Alfonso is this guy here. This one. Oh, cotton candy. Okay, cotton candy's got a little bit of growth there. That looks like it could be start of something nice. We'll find out. Patience is the game. Look, eating. Always eating. I just fed this girl, and she just consumes everything. So hungry. I think she's part beagle. No, I know she's not beagle, but I just say that because she loves to chew on everything. She's always looking for food, and it's never enough. I just feed her, and she's already back for more, looking for more junk. June plums are kicking off some more growth here, so pretty soon we'll be back to eating the greens on there, which I'm stoked about. That kryptonite, more of them yellow blooms. Not super vibrant, but still very beautiful. Excellent mango if you've never had this one. Kathy K3 for kryptonite. It'll bring Superman down, I'm telling you. Excellent mango. No fiber in it as well. Good Indo-Chinese flavor on there. I like it. I recommend it. And she's producing pretty good. Now, she is an upright grower. What I noticed is Not the type that I want to go ahead and put into the greenhouse. Wouldn't be good in captivity. She is aiming for the stars. Now, could I come back in here and reset her, bring her down really low? Yeah, but look how she wants to grow. She wants to go straight up. So ideally, I will allow her to do that. Now, not too much longer or not too much taller, just because I do want to go ahead and be able to grab the fruit. Lisa Tamoya is hanging in there with some green leaves, which is wild. I'll show you something else over here in a minute. This actually held, which is beautiful considering that most of the ground cover went south over here. Winter Mexican, besides some of these natives. You know, the Biden's alba held up for the most part. Winter Mexican, no, Mexicola Grande, sorry. Mexicola Grande is fine. Most of the trees themselves seem to be holding up a-okay. Did have some gnarly wind, so a lot of these fell yesterday. I was able to collect a few of them. You guys are local. Some news. We will be having a yard sale. What? Yeah, tomorrow. Here, Saturday. Probably be starting around 9. Little spring cleaning. Little Maria Mango action here. Spring cleaning. So if you're around the area, come on by. We got some this, we got some of that. We got some family donations and such, and all kinds of little things that we'll be selling over here. So come on by, and the nursery will be open. So if you want to buy some stuff, cool. You want to buy some trees for your loved ones, come on and do that too. A late gift is better than no gift. Don't be that no gifter, man. I'm telling you. She will remember that, all right? He may forget, but she will not. The females do not forget. They're like elephants. And I mean that with memory, not, you know, sizes. It's not what I'm saying, y'all. Don't get me in trouble, folks. Another Mexicola Grande here that I grafted that's hanging in there. Can't wait for all the ground cover to come back just because it looks disappointing. I like to see more green in here. Little papaya that could, hanging in the wax shambu. There's permaculture for you. If this papaya was left out here all by her lonesome, or his lonesome, this could be a could be male or female. It's a volunteer. I didn't plant it here. If I didn't have this wax shambu right next to it, that would have been toast. That would have been gone. Let me show you. I'm trying to think of anything in the back. Oh, man, I said I was going to bring a little brush to show y'all, but these gosses are blooming, and I was thinking, kind of want to let them grow natural, but something inside of me is like, dude, just go ahead and cross-pollinate and do some sort of pollinating just to see if we can't get any fruit set. Ideally, I'd want to go ahead and let it do its own thing, but hey, I got a little brush. I got a few minutes. Come over here and transfer from one tree to the next. This is only once a year. So could it happen on its own? Most certainly. But could I get in there and help out even more? It's kind of like sugar apples. Yes, they are self-fertile, but you have the time and you want to go ahead and pollinate as well, then you can get more to set. So, but I'm kind of debating it, right? It's always a time thing. But anyways, I'll come back and probably pollinate some for you just to see. I'll mark them off and see if it works. Valencia Pride, I went ahead and clipped off all the brown on here, but this little panicle is still looking good. Straight off the back over here. And that's the only one that is left on this tiny little branch. So yeah, that's not going to hold a 3-pound fruit on there. So unfortunately, I will not be getting VPs for my tree this year. Not that I think anyways. I mean, I could be surprised and something happens, but you can always buy them. They're not that expensive. And I'm sorry, but there's bigger fish to be worried about. Kampong Mauve lost all of its leaves here. Hopefully she's still alive. Look. I was just about to say, hopefully she's not dead. And now look, we got some action up here. It's because of this bird right here. She's sitting there watching her, protected her, maybe even kept her warm. Who knows? But Kampong Mauve is coming back. Haven't had that one yet, but supposedly very nice. Fig is starting to push out some more growth here finally. Yay. Debating, right? How long does it stay here? Here's another example. Here's the Rollinia that went ahead and, well, that's crispy on the end there. Will this push back some new growth? It was flushing out a bunch, but now there's no sign of life. I'm sure it's still going, but I'll show you. But anyways, if this thing was bigger, then obviously this thing would still be going. And yeah, it's not doing that. It looks like a dead twig. All right. All this in here, as you can see, there's not much coverage from above. So all the ground cover for the most part is, well, coming back here. This is all Bidens and Bethany, Florida Bethany. Quick story. Back in the day, this was said to have helped with 47 different ailments. Now it is obsolete. Yeah, talk to your doctor, find out if you can use anything or what they can give you to become healthy, right? This stuff is not going to work. This is all quackery, right? No, I am no doctor, physician, expert, nothing. Talk to yours. Little Everbearing over here, kicking off a plethora of fruit. All little, tiny little berries, but for that right person. If you do want to feed the birds, this is your treat. Hey, what you doing? Look at this. Look at his face. Dirty little face. Hey, Kiwi, look at that. Like, what are you bothering me for? But she's over here digging and trying to find something. Hopefully she finds a mole or something. Get in there and work. No, but never a dull moment with her. This other Carrie, rocking her in the sun. No flowers. This, well, gave us a few flowers this past year, but oh, don't say too much. There goes round 2 then. Sweet, 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 sweet. Hopefully we can get some more this year, but I had a plan too. Why? Because 2 carries are better than 1. And when we give away the fruit, look at this. So, well, let me go back to that. When we give away the fruit, it is always nice to have way more. So that's the idea. And I don't give it all away, but listen, if it's your first time here, I don't mind giving you a little taste to see if it's something that you may like. This one is not a turpentine. Okay. What is it? We're going to have to find out. It's probably starts with an M or just under that. What was over here? Lancetia, Malika, Maha's way over there. Don't know. It was all in alphabetical order. And of course, yes, the master list is gone. But this thing froze back, is growing back from the ground now. Oh, and the Florida Bethany, you can eat the tubers down below, and the leaves, better cooked, but can be eaten raw as well. Don't take my word for it. You do your own research. Look at this, all these little seeds all over her face. Do your own research, folks. Do not take my word on it. This little limb broke right here, or dried up here. She's flowering, so we know that it's not turpentine. She's a way smaller than the other trees of turpentine. So there's a turpentine for example. So it's double the size. Now she's going to sit there and chew on the leaves. Yay. So it's flowering. Well, let's give it the old smell test. Hang on here. What does it smell like here? So if you don't know, easy way to find out. Oh man, look at this one. I got one branch. It's like spaghetti. So wonky there. You take a leaf, rip it up, give it the old smell test. They all have different scents for the most part. And this one doesn't have a lot of scent, a lot of smells like sugarcane, which is wild. Doesn't have a distinct odor. Usually it's a strong, if it is turpentine, you're going to get that diesel, that strong tropical flavor. This one doesn't have a whole lot. It almost smells like coconut cream because I have smelled it, but I know coconut cream was planted way up ahead because it starts with a C. This one literally smells like sugarcane, but we're gonna have to tune in and find out what it is. Just because, yeah, I lost the list. Ooh, this man. See, then you come over here, and now because I got all this Mexicans, and bigger growth in here. Most of my stuff stayed alive. Even the ground cover held up pretty good. The cherries, the Rio Grandes. What is it? Eugenia. Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh. Involucrata. Anyways, that one should be kicking out some flowers here shortly. Excellent little cherry. It's one of my favorites here. Besides the crowd favorite, you know what these are. You love them or you hate them. What are they? Well, not everyone likes this cherry. This one here is Pitanga or Suriname cherry. Has an acquired flavor. Bad kids will get this here. They don't want to listen to their folks. Little Timmy will be like, yay, I love cherries, until you give them this, and then they're like, no, thank you. It is an acquired flavor, and it doesn't have that same cherry flavor, right? Little resinousy, kind of piney, but I dig them. I don't mind them. They're good little fruits. This thing hasn't given us a fruit yet, which kind of stinks. This one and my other one over there, still no fruit. Flowers like crazy, but nothing just yet. We'll find out. If not, I got to move it and put in something else that will do well. Another little fig here that's starting to wake up, but this one, don't know the variety either. I think this one was gifted as well. That's a beautiful spot for something that could be really good. So if it doesn't work there, trust me, something else will go in there. The old variegated kumquat over here shooting off a whole white limb. And I realized that this is the rootstock that's bypassing the actual graft. All this in here is still variegated kumquats, but it's shot straight up, and this thing got lanky on me. Beautiful variegation on there. I do like the variegation. Now, what does it taste like? It's like a lemon. It's just like a cool lemon that you can eat the skin, but yeah, I guess you'd make juice out of it. But how do you know it bypassed the graft? Well, let me show you, dude. All right, come down here. So down here is the graft. Oh, let me move this tag here. All right, Kiwi. All right. So in between here, there's a split in the road. This is the actual graft, and this is the rootstock that just shot off from the left side there, which stinks, but it's giving us some cool vegetation there, and could leave it for a while. I doubt that it'll fruit. It is kind of strange because the rootstock is still a variegated kumquat, but is it the Continental? Is it the same exact one? I don't know. Or nope, not Continental. Centennial kumquat. That's what it is. Anyways, is the rootstock the same? I don't know. How long will this last year? We shall find out. The world may never know. Over here now we got limbs down that are blocking our path. Once they start getting heavy with berries, it's just going to be drooping down, so we'll be playing the limbo in here. No, I will not be trimming these until the fruit is off, so work with me. This thing is loaded down, folks. Wait until they start turning colors. This thing's going to put on a plethora of fruit. Tons of them. And this year, she will be getting a haircut, probably right around head high, and we'll be making more. Oh, really quick, what I wanted to show you was, so that Rollenia, I don't know if I already showed you guys, Rollenia out there in the open, see ya. No foliage, no nothing. This one in here is just a graft, a little baby graft that I did on a sugar apple right there last year. And look, leaves, everything on the sugar apple. This is the actual rootstock there. Why did it work? It's underneath this Mexican, right? Right underneath there, all the leaves are fine. Cover your stuff. Mexicans work. Now, it is work. To grow these Mexicans, it is a lot of work. So don't think that it's just a set and forget, because it's not. This little dwarf Hawaiian, about to make some more of, because this is one that I haven't found much about. You don't find them very often, and people have been asking me about it. So this one I'm going to go ahead and make some more on. And it's a nice fruit, pretty sweet, This one flowered like crazy, but didn't set anything this year. So hopefully this next year we can get something. Some more pushing over here. I think this one's a turpentine, but lemon meringues are looking good in there. I use the foil, put them in there. That way I can block them from the sun. The temps are getting a little bit lower. It's going to be in the 70s, so it probably won't be that bad. But this past week was in the 80s. So, hey, we got some gandulas working. See, just shade them from the sun, wrap them down below so the wind doesn't knock off the foil. And make sure that you use, if you do use foil out here in the field, make sure it's the heavy duty. Don't waste your money on that, one ply type of aluminum foil. Don't do it. It's gonna shred. The wind's gonna beat it up, and you'll lose your graft if you use it. Well, I'm just saying. I'm telling you what I use. I'm using the heavy duty. I've used the other stuff, and I come back, and it's just in shreds all over the floor. Tree come banging. Oh, I lost a little baby there. Man, that one's got a dent in there. We'll see, but this one's pushing off some more growth. Maybe it'll reflower. More gandulas are working. It is that time of year. I was going to cut some of them, but we'll let them hold some fruit. M4 got kissed by the cold. And it was out here where it should be a little bit warmer, but it's all good. Still looking fine. All the ground cover is looking fine. Persimmons are slowly but surely waking up. Everything's looking good. I wish I could find that snake so I can go ahead and grab them for you, but sugar cane's coming up here. What do we got in the nursery that I didn't show you guys yesterday? Might have shown you guys most of it, but for the ones that haven't seen, we do have some Scarlet Beauty plums that are flowering right now. Got these for 50. Yep. And peaches for 50. Kuya persimmons for 55 in a 5-gallon. Look at these. All going nuts. Oh, focus, Daniel, son. All flowers, all flowers. Yay. And then, if peaches is your thing, you got a few of those. Look at all these flowers in here. Going nuts. Now, do I have a ton of peaches? No. Now, why is that? Do you not like them? No, I love them. But what do you got to do for them to grow them here? They grow fine. They produce a ton of fruit. But you better get to them before them squirrels do. And before the fruit flies do, because that's the downfall with those, is the squirrels love them, and so do the fruit flies. Kohala longin and 3 and 7s. Yeah, I showed you guys most of this stuff yesterday, but anyways, I'm trying to grow the stuff that's a little bit easier, right? More of that set and forget. Hang on here. So, what are we doing today? It's Friday. Hang on here. And we got a special treat. Why is that? We're going to graft some star fruits. Remember I was telling you that I had some dwarf Hawaiians that I want to go ahead and graft? Well, I got some scions. So I figured, nobody's here. Let's graft a little bit. So give me 1 sec and we'll see what we can do. Let me get set up here. This is the best time to go ahead and graft. If you have the space, if you have the rootstock, do it. All the cool kids are doing it. You can grab some of this tape. So what do we need? What do we need? I use flagging tape, buddy tape, little cotton ball, some alcohol, or you can use peroxide as well, and a grafting tape or grafting blade that is beveled, preferably. Everyone uses their own. Do you, whatever works for you. I've had this for a little bit now and no complaints. I sharpen it probably within every three times that I use it, run it through. And you only, because it's beveled, you only have to sharpen one side. So very easy. If you've never sharpened a blade, sharpening a bevel blade is very, very easy because focus on one side. But keeping it sharp is ideal. So I'll go ahead and let that air dry. With that same one, I'll take and wipe down the pruners as well. Hopefully, still got audio. We're good. Appreciate y'all liking and subscribing and following me. We are out here trying to show what we can do and what we can grow up here in 9B. My results are going to be different than yours, right? You are your own. A ton of pots back over here. My gosh, you ever going to clean that up? Yeah, soon enough. Once we get some time, right? It's probably not the best angle, right? You see all the junk back there and you're like, my gosh, this guy, all he worries about is his trees, but he doesn't want to clean up. Adds charm, folks. Know that I'm busy. Hang on. Let me change this angle up just a hair here. And we'll bring you down into the table. Let's see. Something like that. Something like that will work. So first thing is first, what I do is, let me close this blade. Got to wrap the scions first. That is crucial. These are all pretty thin. I would have liked them to be a little bit thicker, but work with what you got. Am I an expert with star fruits, carambolas? Negative. Since the last video, I only had success with 1 out of the 3 that I made. Ooh, I know. Listen, I told y'all, I'm still learning as well. Don't take my word for it. You guys go home and practice and do whatever you guys got to do as well. 1 out of 3. Good. That's how we start. Right? Trust me, if it was mango grafting when I first started, it was like 0 for 50, it seemed like. People are like, you're still doing it? I'm like, I know, I'm going to get it eventually. Don't worry. And it happens. It's how bad do you want it, right? So you wrap all your scions nice and tight. Make sure you pull on this buddy tape, because if not, you're just going to add way too much and the new growth won't be able to push out of there. I like smaller scions per se for me. As far as the length goes, I don't like these longer ones, but it's so thin up here, I didn't want to go ahead and cut more down here down below. So more than likely the top will die down and then it'll just shoot 1 or 2, which is all that you need. Just 2 little buds coming out of there. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't, oh my gosh, I just wasted time and scions and wood and tape. And listen, man, this is how we learn. If I do nothing, I get nothing, right? Or you try, and if 1 out of 10 takes, then hey, 10% is better than settle, right? Can't be afraid in this game or in any game, whatever you're doing, right? If you don't try, you will not succeed. If you'd have told me years ago that I would have been running a nursery right now, fruit tree nursery, I would have been like, you are crazy. But here we go. Try it out. And we're still going. Now, this industry is not for everyone, right? I'm telling y'all straight up. First thing that you got to do when you attempt to start your own biz and, well, jump into the nursery game is what I recommend is jumping and going out and getting yourself a Bible, because you're going to be praying a lot. In this industry, it is crazy. It is roller coasters like the weather, in my opinion. Some days are feasting, other days are famine, but you know what? He will give you not what you want, but what you need. And it's always strange, man. It is strange how the people come in here, they bless you, and you're just like, wow, it totally turned around. And life is really good, man. It could be way worse. I could be in an office right now wanting to punch myself in the face every day. Instead, I'm out here on my own doing it. Yay. Which any of y'all can do too. I'm still working out the kinks over here. I'm not going to give anyone else advice and tell you that you need to do this or do that, but you do you. It's not an easy lifestyle, though. Rewarding. The people that I meet out here are just gems. They really are. You don't meet these people otherwise. What's funny is I go out to the farmers market, and that's where you meet all the old folks, the old growers, right? All the guys that are like, hey, you know what I do whenever my tree doesn't like to perform, man? They love telling you these stories of how they like beat their trees. You know, they're like, I hit them with bats, or I would tail them, and you know, they have this like you feel, I don't know, like they I don't want to say they get off on telling you this stuff, but you can see their excitement of, oh yeah, you know how I get fruit, you know, like they are. Don't want to call them tree beaters because that sounds bad. But if that tree got beat instead of their wife, I'd say going out there and beat on the tree, because at least you're going to get fruit as well, right? But these old school players, now, listen, I know some of y'all got offended. Listen, I'm just saying, these old school growers, that's how they grew. You know, they had to get their money. And if that tree's not giving them their money, then they're going to go out there, put nails through it, you know, hit it, talk bad to it. They're going to go ahead and really piss it off. Two different options. One, I can go ahead and leave the leaves on there, or I can go ahead and take them off. But let's see which one's going on there first. Which scion? This is probably my biggest rootstock. I'm going to try to aim for a larger one. But you meet all kinds of people out there at the market, and they want to give you advice. They want to tell you what they've been growing, where they've been growing, because these are people from all over the country that come over to the market. So it's not just the locals here. This one's got a little bit of a little bow in there, but we're going to use it. And nothing fancy here. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do any veneers, only because the diameter is way small, and it's not worth it, in my honest opinion. Okay, cut it there. And I may even go down one more. It's a little thin there. Trim that one and this one. We'll leave 3 little ones down there. Tiny little rootstock. And this one, I usually go to the side, but I don't think I have an option on here. It's very thin. Watch your fingers and rock the blade. Don't just jam it in there. You will ruin everything. Be careful. When you graft, you will get cut. You play with fire, you will get burned. It's the way it happens. Just be careful and go slow. There is no rush here. This one's about 3/4 of an inch. And then go ahead and shave down the scion. Least amount of cuts as possible. You always say that. I know, that's kind of the point, right? Dang it. Just smoothing this out here, and that looks okay. So, shaved on that side, shaved on that side. A little sharp. Hang on here. Don't like touching the actual wood here, because then you get your oils and your fingers and hands on there. It could disrupt the graft. Now, I got a long scion that cuts way too long, so I'll just trim a little bit more off that tip there. I want it to fit right in there without any part of it peeking up. And you line up one side, then you pinch it to see how it lines up, how it looks. Not too bad. And it's going to have a lean on it, but it's what it is. Little piece of tape. You know, I don't like this bottom. This next one is, oh no, Happy Day, what's up? Oh, I can zoom in this way. Let's see if I can do that there. Y'all are just going to see the rootstock. Right? Yeah, that's got a wicked lean on there. You see that? But once it grows up, boom, it'll kick off. I can always reshape it, but we'll go ahead and tighten it up now. Be careful not to get your tape all twisted up, or else you will have to use more to go ahead and keep it nice and waterproof, if anything. And I will show you an example of what happens when you don't properly wrap this. You can have the perfect cut, the perfect scion, the perfect rootstock. Everything is just picture perfect. You wrap it, you tie it, you do everything, you label it. You're like, yes, success, right? One little thing that you didn't do, one little millimeter that didn't get covered, and back to the drawing board you go. Let me show you. Is it happening to me still? Yeah, of course. Listen, I am human, folks. I am not perfect. I am a sinner like the rest of y'all. Trying to be better than yesterday. Working on it, folks. I claim to not be any better than any of y'all. Trust me. We're in this together. I just want to eat some good fruit. That's it. Life is simple. Let's catch some good fish, eat some good fruit. Oh, the little boomerang action on the top. Okay. Don't be afraid don't forget to label it. Okay. So it's a Kerry seed or a rootstock. But dwarf Hawaiian scion there. Or graft, whatever you want to write on there. And I always forget. Well, not always. I've been forgetting this grease pen out here, so there's a few things that I did not label lately. Ooh, I know. So I'll go ahead and wipe down the blade again. The different part that I wiped before. What kind of tape? Buddy tape. Buddy tape. It is for grafting. If you buy it off of Amazon, you ain't gonna get the right stuff. This one is still kind of thin. Oh, I'm zoomed in. A little bit thin, but let me see what I can do here. I'll cut this one about yay. Maybe even come down a little bit more. And if they don't take, cut off the graft, allow it to resprout, and then regraft it again later. Failure is part of this, folks. If you think that you're going to hit perfect score, maybe not good, you know? But as for me, it's a numbers game. This one's a little bit thinner, so we can rock with that one there. We'll go with that one. Nothing fancy. We're just doing some quick clefts. It's Friday. Hopefully y'all are going to be celebrating later or saving your money. You know? But aren't you tired of doing the same thing for your loved one, huh? Take them out to dinner, take them out to a movie. Same crap, same thing last year. It's like, come on, man. Do something different, right? Take them and... Oh. Looks like, whoop. All right, back here. Do something different. Buy them some fruit trees. Instead of taking them out for dinner, you're going to drop $2 on dinner and yay, right? Or dinner and the movie, and the movie's going to suck, and you're going to go, yeah, it could have been better, and I know, why did we go see it? Listen, all that, you're going to save that long conversation. Why not just come over, buy some fruit trees? Highly recommend it. And y'all will be eating good here in a little bit. I guarantee your significant other will be like, that's a great idea. Don't you want to live longer by eating fresh fruit that you grow yourself? Wow, yes. What screams I love you more than that, right? Maybe that's just me. Back in the day, yeah, I would have been like, sure, just buy me some alcohol and we'll be fine. But now it's like, no, 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 we need fruit trees. This is the gift now. You give someone some Jabos or you give them a little mango action and come on, man. That's all, or woman. I always say man, but you know what I'm saying, folks. Why do you always say, you always talk to the dude? No, no, no. Take it easy. A little bit of buddy tape again. Pinch it to make sure there's no light going through. Pick a side, any side, and make sure that it's nice and tight. Oh, I didn't use the marking tape on that last one, but might not even be necessary just because I can get these somewhat tight just with the buddy tape itself. Yeah, fruit trees, that's the new flex to go ahead and gift. Now, do you get to have instant gratification and, oh my gosh, I get to eat fruit right away? No. But just like your love builds, so does your patience. And then when it finally, that fruit tree finally kicks off, then you'll be so satisfied. And you'll be like, man, I remember when, you know, so-and-so gave or gifted the tree to you and everything is bliss. And now you are selling fruit. You got a fruit stand. I don't know, maybe even a smoothie type of business because of all of the fruit that you're growing. No, I don't know. But listen, fruit trees is the way to go. But I don't like fruit. Well, then you got herbs. We got herbs. We got a couple of ornamentals, nothing crazy. Don't get carried away. But yeah, we got a little this, a little that, something for everybody, man. You grow something, I guarantee you'll find something over here that it'll catch your fancy. All right, same deal. Oh, horrible view, right? Let me zoom back out. Whoa, whoa. Sorry. And what's today's date? The 14th. Every day is the 14th. I know some of y'all are hating it because you're like, dang it, you still got to make up for Christmas. You didn't do anything for Christmas or for New Year's, and now, boom, now everything's building for today. Well, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. This year, I ain't got to worry about that. Next year, who knows? Who knows? Maybe the new wife will be here. The idea is to hurry up and plant before she gets here because you know how women like to rearrange everything. And I ain't rearranging my trees. No way. I got to get it set up prior to. What? You're getting married again? Eventually, man. Eventually. Hang on here. Talking, and I'm going to cut right through this rootstock and then have to restart. Yeah, eventually. Come on now. But until then, I'm having fun, saving my money, putting trees where I want them. You know, if you live with a woman, you know how they decorate, and that stuff never stops. Oh, it went a little short. I chunked it, but it's all right. We got plenty of scion here to go ahead and work with. Hang on. It doesn't have to be super long of a cut, but I think more contact area I think works better than less. But we got a live one. No, not yet. I don't know if it's the weather that's holding everyone back or it's a holiday, right? So y'all are grabbing lunch, try to beat the crowds. I get all of that. Be creative as well. Can come up with your own gift and make something for her. That's unique. There's another one. Not too bad. Not too bad. Just going to tighten that up. Oh, I told you I was going to show you a fail, right? I got to feed the haters in here. I know some of y'all are here because you want to learn and you want to, you are a congratulator. But there are some in here that are wishing for my demise. They're like, man, I got to see something die in your hands or something. I got you. I'll feed you too. Don't worry. We spoon feed everybody. No, we do not. I'm just kidding. But we'll feed the haters every once in a while. Give you something to be like, look at this guy. Can't grow anything, man. He can't do anything right. Yeah, I know. Got something for everyone. Me personally, I'm a congratulator. You tell me you got a new car, a new crib, new job, new squeeze, I am happy for you. I don't care what it is. As long as you're stoked about it, I'm happy for you. I'm not the type that's like, why not me, man? I didn't win the lotto. I didn't get lucky this time. Why is all the good stuff happening to you? It's like, no, man, by all means, go live it up. You earned it. You deserved it. You worked hard for it, or you just got lucky. Whatever. Good. Go ahead. I am not a hater, folks. I want people to succeed growing trees, Some people, some nurseries are like, hey, man, if their trees die, they come back and buy more. I'm like, and they're happy about that. But to me, I want you to be successful. If you're successful, then it'll make you want to buy more. When hurricanes come or when cold temps come, and I could have went a little tighter on that. Cold temps or hurricanes come over and knock out your stuff. I hate hearing those stories because you see the people, their eyes are watering. They're like, my tree, it died and this and that. And some people will actually take a break from that, so there's finished product there. Some people will take a break because they will go ahead and feel some kind of way and they'll want to quit. I can't have that. Here's the fail. Here you go, Mr. Hater. Here's what happened. So I did everything correct, right? You would think, by the books, wrapped everything up. Scion is good size. Everything is fine. Quick cleft, which is 101, but you turn it around and that's where I failed. That little piece right there did not get wrapped. Even though this got wrapped, the whole thing from, I'd say probably from there down to here, all got wrapped in marking tape. This little open area right there just allowed all of the hydration, all the hydration to go ahead and escape. So no go. Didn't take. Rip it off, try again. So does it happen? Sure. Try not to let it happen. And then reset it. Well, more of a 45. Reset it and allow it to grow again. And you got another chance. Or I could just come back and regraft it now. It's up to you. But yeah, not every single thing is a success. We do have failures here, folks. And that's okay. It's how you learn. If I succeeded every single time and knocking everything down, it wouldn't be fun. Wouldn't be fun, folks. Let's see what we got. 3 more to go. Thanks a lot for tuning in and hanging with me. If you are here, if you're not, I'm sorry. You are missing out on a lot of fun. What do you mean? You're just sitting there talking crap. I know, you're missing out. Just saying. Send it to a friend. That's what we do. We sit here and talk trash and have fun. It's Friday. We'll go a little lower. This one's over here eating mulch, as usual. Google will tell you don't allow your dog to eat mulch, but these wolf descendants have been out in the woods for way longer than all of us, and I doubt anyone was pulling sticks and mulch out of their mouth. Kind of strange how that happens. And they gravitate to it. They love it. They eat all kinds. Now, does she yak it up? Yeah, sometimes, but that's how they learn. Which one we going with? Decisions, folks. We'll go with this guy here. Next week, we are dropping down in temps, which is very nice. I don't mind that at all. I think they're saying mid 70s and 40s at night, which, wow, we've been sweating it up over here. As y'all can see, I got that fan working again. You still doing that? I'm telling you, man, when you work down here in 9B, you will understand how hot and how muggy and buggy it really is. It's not so much for this. Yeah, it's for the heat as well. But this keeps the bugs off of my neck, off my face, gnats, no-see-ums, mosquitoes. You know. If you're outside, then you know. But some of y'all don't even go outside. Shame on you. You deserve fresh air instead of that refurbished stuff that you guys are so used to. But it's cold and I don't sweat, I know. But you watch that life dwindle. All right. Enough with the chitter chatter. Let's do this again. Could I make cocktail trees of this? Yes. Eventually I will. But right now, the material's kind of small and I don't want to do it. Basically. Once I can get some larger materials that makes it a little bit easier, then I'll definitely make more like that. Because again, people do like planting one tree and having 3, 4, 5 varieties on there. So, I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and order one, I can custom make them for you. Will be some time, but put you on the list. 10 easy payments of $99.99. You too can have one at your doorstep. I mean, you'd ship it? Maybe. $1,000? Well, we can work on that. Payments, folks, payments, just nice and slow. Then if you don't pay, then I'll come over and repo it. You know, repo a tree? If I can find you. Jokes, folks. This one, because it is a larger bit of a rootstock, then this one will get a little bit of this marker tape. And this is just to put a little pressure down below. You could use buddy tape as well for that, but why use another piece that don't have to, right? That stuff's not cheap. Anywhere from like probably 25 to 30 bucks or 25 and up for a roll. So use it sparingly if you want to, unless you're a baller and you want to throw it away like that, then do you. Everyone's got different bank accounts, right? Yeah, we'll leave that one on there for show. And then label it as well. Gomas. And while we do that, we'll go ahead and disinfect again. Kiwi. What are y'all getting into tonight? Who's doing the whining and dining? Or do you stay in and then celebrate once the crowds go? Because that's the worst part, is that, okay, you do have to go out today and you got to go out and buy a meal. But you get the worst service. I was in fine dining for like 7.5 years. So I know the front of the house and the back of the house. But you go over there, you get the worst service ever. Why? Because you sit down in a crowded place, restaurant, wherever, right? Country club, wherever you're eating. And then because of the numbers, they're rushing you to hurry up and get your food. They drop the plate or they drop the check as you're still eating your entree. And you feel like you didn't really enjoy your time. Everybody that goes is always rushed and you're paying more. To me, I'd rather just celebrate it on Sunday or go another day. We'll go here. But to each his own. I like good service if I'm going to go and pay for it. And to be rushed, we'll drop that one. To be rushed is no way for me to eat. I hate that. When they start dropping checks way before, nah. Nope, nope, nope. And if you know how to cook, do it at home. They'll be more impressed. If you know how, that's the caveat, right? You know how to cook, do something special for her. Do I? Yeah. I'm no stranger when it comes down to flames. I was a grill cook. Started off in the front of the house and then went to the back of the house and then started grilling, and that's where I stayed for the rest of the time. And then from grilling, and we're right there at the restaurant, took it on the road and started grilling waterside with the Sierra Club. Started guiding trips or assisting in guiding trips and cooking out on the water, because if you can cook on a grill, you can cook anywhere, right? So I started traveling and cooking for the participants on the trips. And then I fell in love. I fell out of love of the industry, because you got to work every single weekend. Nights and weekends are necessary. Now, Dwayne, you're working now on weekends. I know, but not the nights anymore. You know, every holiday you miss, and drinking tons of caffeine, drinking tons of alcohol just to get me through the shifts. Well, caffeine through the shifts, alcohol afterwards, because if you know, if you ever watched the movie Waiting, it is kind of like that. Everyone's dying to go out afterwards. Everyone's screwing around and staying up late, and it's a young man or a young woman's lifestyle. These days, no mas. Y'all can have that. But I did my time in the hospitality industry now. I'd rather have my backyard as my office and go out to eat and appreciate it here and there. But I still feel your pain. I know exactly what it's like to work a busy night like tonight. Tons of covers and everyone's yelling and wanting the best service in the world. It's chaos. I never liked all the big holidays while I worked them. If you're working for tips, it's totally different, but back of the house is always hourly, so that was never part of it. So yeah, I got a decent palate. We have competed in chili cook-offs as well. My family, I come from a family of excellent home cooks. So not to brag, ladies in my family, my dad even cooks. He's one of the first dudes that I was like, oh wow, guys can actually cook, because growing up, you always heard, oh no, cooking was a female thing. But lo and behold, once you start really working behind the scenes and you go and you see who's really making your food, it's mainly dudes. There's not a lot of women back there. And it's mainly Mexican guys. It's Stolo ways, I'm telling you, man. You go, oh my gosh, get rid of them. Oh. And I know that's going to piss some people off, but listen, I'm just saying. But who's making your sushi these days? Who's making a lot of your food these days? It's Mexican cats. And it's awesome because you're back there ripping it up, talking trash, fun people back at the house. Front of the house is more uptight, you know? I started off at Roost Chris, so I was there. What's up? How we doing? Mr. Broke. Happy Friday to you, sir. Started off at Roost Chris. That was where I kind of cut my teeth, and then started branching off to other places. But back of the house was always so much better, in my opinion. But everybody likes different stuff, right? But I just stuck to the grill because I didn't want to do sides. I didn't want to do pastas or dessert or nothing like that. So, like, hey, you know how to grill? I'm like, I can learn how to do anything. So they trained me to work the broiler there. And before you know it, I was putting 200-300 steaks a night on and managing them. Not too tough, but little practice. When you're 21, you're young and ready to go ahead and please everybody, right? Here's another one. Quick little graphs. Again, if 2 of these take 2 out of 6, hey, we're in business, right? But we need more than that. The rookie numbers. Uno más, mi gente. And then we'll see what else we can do. If we got a customer, we got to go. If not, maybe we do something else. I got more rootstocks. We got more time. We're grafting, right? In the OGs, they actually graft with the moons. Was I doing this before? No. I was literally, if I got a rootstock, I got 5 minutes, I'm grafting. I didn't care. But the real guys, the ones that really know, they will graft with the moon. Now, why is that? Because it pulls water from the earth up, right? So in theory, it's going to pull the water into the scion. See that? This one's going a little bit shorter just because of the diameter there. So it'll pull the water, allegedly, right? That's what we're told, right? It will pull it up into the scion, which will give it better chance for success. Now, have I studied it? No. This is just what they say. They? Yeah, they. That's all we have to go off of. We try it out. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, I'll tell you. Not too bad. Another little lean on there, a little bend. Not my fave, but more than likely the top is going to go ahead and die off on you. Let me see what we got. And this technique can be used on just about any fruit tree. You can do a quick cleft graft and you can graft just about anything. Even poison ivy? Sure, if you want to graft poison ivy, why not? Oh, it's still sticking up. Now, let me show you something. This side, oh, little bit showing on that side. Until you come to this side and you go, oh, way more there. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want that whole cut to be down below. 2 options. One, you trim down the scion cut, or you can make the rootstock cut a little bit bigger. But I will take some off the scion just because don't want to go ahead and cut too much more into that. If that slips off, then I'm waiting a couple more weeks for that to grow back. Now, what are we looking like? Well, still going to have a little bit peeking out the top on one side, but I think, oh, shoved her down. So now, if I pinch that, you're just going to see that tiny little bit there. It's backside, pinch it, you don't see much, right? That's what you're looking for. I'll charge you guys later, all right? First time is free. First couple times is free, then start billing you guys. So drop down your address down below and I'll know who to send it to, all right? Checks payable to Growing Together Nursery. Do appreciate it. Take car keys, house deeds. No firstborns. These kids don't want to work no more, man. I used to say firstborns, but man, these kids want to stay inside. They don't want to learn nothing no more unless it's video game stuff. And man, I don't want to do nothing with those. Unless I'm sick, right? If I'm sick, then it's a different story and I'll go inside and screw around. But even then, I feel like I'm wasting my life. No offense, but that's how they make it, man. They make these games where they're so immersive that the only way to be good is that you got to spend more time and more time and more upgrades and more of this. And you got to put your own money in it. And now it's like, it's a whole world that I cannot get behind. Different strokes. If that's your thing, by all means. You can always play Farmville if you don't want to really grow and do it the real way. You can always do digital growing. Never get your hands dirty. You won't cut yourself grafting. Make a ton of money, right, on the digital stuff. Dwarf Hawaiian starfruit. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Another little piece to go ahead and keep it somewhat snug. You're not trying to choke the life out of this thing. You just want to keep it on there to where if the pup comes over and snags on it or walks by it, it's not going to fall off. But I try to keep these out of her reach, but this little broad's everywhere. He's growing like a weed. And that's the idea. Some people are like, you still haven't fixed her yet? You haven't spayed her? And I'm like, no, not yet. Why? Because I want her to fill out. I like getting dogs naturally, right? Letting them fill out on their own. If it's a male, I don't like to go ahead and neuter them right away. I want all the testosterone and hormones to go ahead and flow into their bones, muscles, make them nice and big, right? If you go ahead and you cut them off now, then they stay a little bit smaller, stunts their growth, allegedly, right? Depends on who you ask. But I like to go ahead and wait a few months, let their bodies naturally turn into whatever they're going to turn into, and then go ahead and do the alterations then. But until then, it's kind of one of those things where you can't take her out, whatnot, because she's unfixed and it's going to get the other dogs going. So that's the only downfall, is keeping her here on the property, but it's just a few months and then I'll go ahead and take care of that. Well, yeah, there's 6 really quick. How do we do on time? Comments, questions, concerns? How did we do? We do got more rootstocks here. What else can we graft? That's a tough part, is that right now things are kicking off into flower. Look at this little jabo here. This one I'm keeping. Look at the length of these leaves right here. What kind is it? No clue. This thing is a little rock star that I really do dig. Oh, this one's putting on a ton of new growth. What kind of tape? Buddy tape. I think that's what you're asking. Unless you're saying the marking tape. What else can I graft? I got mulberries that I can probably graft as well, but they're honestly fruiting. They are fruiting now, and I kind of don't want to go ahead and interrupt that. But if need be, oh, here's one we can do for you. Hang on here. This year we haven't actually done the yeah, man, and it's pink, man. It's Friday. It's Valentine's Day, so you gotta wear pink on Valentine's Day, man. And for $9 for this shirt, you can't beat it, man. What are we doing? Let's burn ourselves up really quick. What do we got? This one is my favorite pepper, Sugar Rush Peach. If you don't have this one, well, you may not like spicy, you may not like sweet. You may be kind of boring as well. I'm sorry, I can't change that. But listen, I'm going to try one of these, and I'm going to tell you if it's just as good as last year or if it's even better. Now, it's grown in a container, right? So ideally, not going to have the same amount of nutrition as if you did in the ground. Shut your mouth and eat it. All right. Woo, very sweet. Whew, that's pretty spicy. That's like jalapeno spicy, but very sweet on the tip. As you continue, that's without the seeds. Once you hit the seeds there in the middle, it'll light you up. Good flavor though. Woo, excellent. Good color, sweetness, man. I'm telling you, this right here, sweet heat. Not many peppers that I eat actually have that type of sugar content to them. But this one here, I will always grow this one. For now, until I find something else that will take the spot. But really do dig it. If you haven't tried this one, come on by. I'll cut you a little piece. Come on. Come on today. I'll save you some. Look at this one. Can't give her none. Hang on. Let me show you how long she's getting. Hey, come here. She's getting super long, folks. She came over here as a tiny little dog, and now she is stretching. And I think she's got like 3 stomachs, like a cow or something, because I feed this little girl, and she just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You remember that last video I made where she was just like barely hanging in there? Like I could hold her in one hand, but now she's getting big, y'all. She's getting big, and finally was able to taste some squirrel the other day. So we're training her right, trying to raise her right. That way she can come out here and work for us. Ooh, that is spicy. But that's what keeps us young. Think about everyone that's living in the blue zones and that eats spicy. Asian communities, Hispanic communities, and Indian communities. We all eat spicy. Guess what that does? Makes you live longer, right? Allegedly. I think so. Cleans out the colon, right? The old Grimmel. We got some red hybrids over here as well. What else? I'm trying to think. I could graft seedlings on the seedlings. I could graft mulberries. What do you guys want me to graft? Oh, I still got a bunch of these Scotch bonnets over here. They were a special request, and now I cannot locate the guy. Got a bunch of them, though. Mr. Johnny, where are you at? No, I'm just kidding. Don't out him like that, Dwayne. Why would you do that? I didn't say no one's last name. Don't worry, don't worry. And this guy, like I said yesterday, 2 weeks, folks. You guys got 2 weeks, TikTok. If that doesn't happen, if he doesn't take off in 2 weeks, she's staying here. She is going to stay here, and I will enjoy the fruit. Because Malika, no, not the top 10. For me, anyways. But guarantee that I could probably just make more selling the mangoes than the actual tree, and then sell it next year. Oh, did you just sell your plan out to everyone? Oh, sorry. But yeah, maybe do that. GE Neri figs, excellent figs, tennis ball size. Just now starting to wake up here. And these are large, probably like all 4 foot. Tons of branches on there. None of the figs have leaves on them. That's why I didn't take them to the market, even though that's whenever people want them. Yes, they have. Like I was saying, yes, I got to clean them, whatnot, but don't worry about that. They're going to be excellent figs for you. All right. What you chewing on? Mulch. See that? Wood. Oh, man. Always something. Wind's kicking up. Let's go see what else we can grab. Oh. Show you something else. Do have some bamboo. I never mention it. But we do have some clumping bamboo. Now, why I mention it? Well, because I don't have names for them. We want names. We want answers. I know. I don't have the cultivar names, but I can definitely let you know that these were collected from a friend's house, and it's all clumping bamboo. Okay, these are very large, probably like 35, 40 footers. That's the diameter right there, almost 3 inches there, and pretty big bamboo, but it is clumping. We have that one, and we have some thinner stuff that I'm using for the nursery as well. But got bamboo. No, not running. I wouldn't even give that stuff away. Couple of Miwa still holding in there. All the trees already sold. Couple of fruits holding. So if you haven't had one of those and you're around, maybe, just maybe, you may get a taste. Here's the Bryce's World's Best. Kicking off. Now they claim that it's something similar to the Dwarf Thai as far as fruit set goes, but I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet, but this is the first time that it's really flushing out some growth, so, or some berries here. So those will be pretty large. We'll find out. We'll be making some more of those next year as well. Green hibiscus, edible flowers, edible leaves. Doesn't look great right now. It's because it's that time of the season. Hey, but they'll start kicking out here. And if the sun came out, these would all go ahead and disappear. But since it's not here, and this is how they grow way more of, and that's why I will have a ton more, is all these seeds will open up. The old flower pods will dry out. The seeds are in there. They'll pop open and spread out everywhere, which is all right. I'll just cut them back. Here's some more here. Cut them and trim them back. But you got to keep some of these for the pollinators, in my opinion, right? Your yard, your rules. I keep Bidens alba. Really? Yes, it's the third best pollinator in the state, folks. You got problems not being able to pollinate your stuff? Keep the weeds. All right? What do you mean keep the weeds? Listen, they are excellent. And you can eat the petals on some, and the flowers on others, or the leaves on others. Bidens alba is edible. Choose some. Talk with your doctor. See what they can do for you. Don't get me into trouble. But I keep them, throw them down. It is part of it. You got to have them here. And they're free. Free. You people are out there buying flowers from nurseries because you need pollinators. Well, there's a butterfly there. You need pollinators. But guess what, folks? They're not going to give you pollinators. Don't tell anybody I told you. Why? Because they're sprayed. Yes, sprayed flowers don't bring in pollinators, because pollinators are smarter than that. And they know what's been hit with chemicals and what is natural. Really? Yes, Mother Nature knows better than you. But it's man-made, and we can trick them into coming over to pollinate our stuff anyway. No. If you spray your stuff, trust me, you're going to know where the pollinators are or where they're not. My 2 cents, right? But telling you, I welcome all of them. I welcome all of them. You want to see some? Here, I'll show you some. I guarantee you, there's a butterfly there. I guarantee you, you go over to Carrie right now, and she's got something buzzing around her. Got some ants over here. What's this guy? Oh, look at this guy. Honeybee. And say, honeybees don't touch the mango. Look at that. What do you call that guy? A girl. Honeybee on there. I've seen wasps. I've seen bumblebees. I saw a lizard on there this morning. Tiny little flies. I see everything. Why not? I don't kill the stuff. Why am I going to kill the people or the insects that I need in order for me to get fruit? No. I'm doing this natural, folks. Let me see. We can't find some more action over here. There's always something going on. Here's a fly. Right there. You see him on that tip? Little fly doing some work right there. Do I throw scraps and junk all over here? Nope. I just let him go. There's the sugar loaf again. Look at that. Look at that. What kind of hibiscus? Green hibiscus. Edible leaves, edible flowers. It's kind of a sour hibiscus. So the there's some fruit set hanging. So the leaves are kind of sour. If you like sour, then you'll dig it. But which I do, I like the sourness, because you just add a couple of leaves into your salad, in my opinion. And there's another little honeybee there. Throw in a couple of leaves. Oh, here's the action here, and it'll really spruce up your plate. Cranberry hibiscus is great in a salad. Katuk. I come back here and just grab. Oh, there's one right there. There's a fly. Bunch of little flies. One right there. They're up in here. Look. Am I dumping trash and all kinds of junk to bring them? No. They should know what to do. You know? Mother Nature does what Mother Nature will do. Now, that's not a friend in there. That may be more of a foe, but it's in there. And if it's walking on the blooms, maybe, just maybe, is in there pollinating. But look, little fly, do your thing. But anyways, folks, listen, an hour and 25 minutes. What is this, a movie? I can't be giving you guys this much time. This has been the free version, and you guys are over here getting all my time, squeezing out all my juice on Valentine's Day. Come on, man. I can't have that. Y'all haven't even donated nothing yet. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do. I know it doesn't seem like it, but me and Kiwi, we always got stuff to do over here this weekend. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks a lot for your time. Tune in for more. There's always more. If you're not subscribed, liking, or sharing, what are you doing, man? Pity the fool. But anyways, have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day. Get out there and do something for your loved ones. Let's grow together, folks. Let's grow some good food together. This year is your year. I know it is. Make it happen, Captain. Later, y'all.